Today, I am going to meal prep by roasting a duck. I bought this duck at Costco for $18 at $3.79 a pound, and it's 4.9 pounds. It's a halal duck, and it was frozen. So I put it in the fridge 3 to 4 days just to thaw it. And I am going to roast it tomorrow, but I want to dry brine the duck. I'm going to wash this duck first, and I left a little cut here, and that's okay because we want to score the duck so that the fat can render. Duck liver, I'm gonna freeze it for now. So I washed the duck, and more likely than not, you'll get some internal organs. Let's take a look. So here is the liver, and it's not foie gras because the duck hasn't been fattened up, but it'll be great for pate. You can make it into a sauce by blending it up. You can put it in a stock. So these are gizzards, and these are muscular portions in the stomach that help duck and chickens digest. And this is the duck heart. Right here, I bought some telecherry peppercorns. I'm just grounding down the peppercorns, and then I'm gonna add some salt to help with the dry brining. And how does dry brining work? The salt gets on the skin because it draws moisture out from the duck into the seasoning. And then over time, the liquid from that brine mixture will seep back into the duck, seasoning the duck meat. And this is why I try to dry brine longer than 30 minutes. You would imagine that process, water comes out from the duck into the salt. And if you just cooked it at that stage, the duck would be drier than if you had dry brined it and held it on in the fridge for longer. As you can see, there is the duck neck. So this will be great to make a stock. So don't throw this away. Because duck has so much fat, I'm going to gore the duck meat so the fat comes out and renders. I'm gonna make cuts where the hip is so that it can heat and get down to leg without drying the breast. When you gore the duck, be very gentle. Try to just score the skin. Here I went a little bit deep into the meat, so don't do that. Now I'm gonna dry brine the duck, and I'm gonna dry the inside cavity as well. So this excess skin, personally for me, I'm gonna cut this off and store it. The fat rendered, I might use it for potatoes. So I have the neck, the gizzards, the heart, and the liver here. And I'll make another video of how to use that. Now let's make this duck as dry as possible. Despite the refrigerator being cold, it's a dry environment, so it's a good way to dry brine your duck. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for 24 hours. I'm gonna cover the plate with paper towel to wick any lingering moisture and cover the duck with another paper towel. All right, let's check on the duck. It's very important to let the duck rest so that the juices that are on the surface settle in. As you may see, my duck is not as crispy. I think it's a balance whether you want a very crispy skin but have the chance the breast being over 165 and it drying out versus you maintain a nice internal temperature. It'll cook all the way up to 165 but sacrifice some crispy skin. I really don't like dry meat, so I sacrifice the crispier skin. But let's also make the jus. Also get some duck fat to roast some potatoes. I'm gonna transfer the duck onto my cutting board and pour the fat into the bowl, and I'm gonna use some wine, my sherry cooking wine, to deglaze the things that stuck to the pan. Also just going to add a little bit of water. Got my stainless steel pot. I'm going to put the deglazed liquid in. Now I'm going to heat up the deglazed liquid. Going to add some all-purpose flour, like a tablespoon, and this is going to help thicken up the jus. For your jus, make sure that the alcohol is all evaporated. Thicker. Okay, just gonna let this cool down. Here's my jus. I don't have a thinner strainer, but this will do. Baking sheet that I use for the duck. I'm just gonna pour the fat over. Now I am going to put the duck fat in the oven to make it hot so that once I put the potatoes in, it'll sizzle. So in the meanwhile, my pot is boiling, so let's parboil some potatoes for like 5 minutes. I have parboiled the potatoes for 5 minutes. Let's dump the water out. I'm going to quarter the potatoes and kind of smash them so that they have more surface area. Now I'm gonna carefully remove the hot oil. We're gonna carefully place our potatoes, set it up for 390, and we're gonna put this baby back into the oven. I'm gonna put this more or less 45 minutes. So I got the potatoes out and it's so good. Oh my God, look how crispy it is. Wow. Got 2 knives, one for more precise cuts and one for general cuts. This is what's left of the bird, and this is the duck right here. And it's okay to have a little bit of red. That's just from the myoglobin breakdown, as long as you make sure that the thickest part of the meat is 165 for the breast and 175 to 85 in the thigh. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. And let me know if you made this recipe. I'll see you later.